music. Right, okay, I'm going to put you on the spot now. What's your favourite record ever?
Whispering Bells by the Dell Vikings.
Okay. What was that 57, 58?
58, yeah.
Yeah,
my favourite record ever.
Really?
And my second favourite is Angel Baby, Rosie and the Originals.
See, they're those real old late 50s records.
One's an up-tempo stomp out, and the other one's one of the most lilting, beautiful songs you'll ever hear. And sadly, Rosie Tamlin, who sang that, died last year, and it's an incredible record. You should listen to Angel Baby.
Absolutely. There you go. What a recommendation. Now, that old music was, a lot of it was recorded just in one take, and that there's a lot of soul, and it didn't matter if there was a little occasional mistake or something. It didn't matter, did it?
I think they've all got mistakes. I met a guy called Hi Weiss and Sam Weiss years ago. I mean, two real old timers of doo-wop. They had Old Town Records and things like that. They used to take 5 bands in overnight in New York and record 5 overnight. One take, and if they liked it, maybe 2 takes, 3 takes.
So the musicians and the singers had to be that good.
Just coming straight out at you, Barry.
Yeah. So now, my next question is then, what do you think of the music nowadays?
I like some of it. Yeah, I'm very honest. I mean, I think Ed Sheeran and things. I think Ed Sheeran is phenomenal. Yeah, and I like a lot. I'm a bit like you, Barry. I got into a bit of country, really Americana, you know.
Because it's proper songs, isn't it?
A guy said to me once, Chris Hill, who you probably know, a very famous English DJ who had Ensign Records and 90 Grades. He said to me, Tilly, country is the new soul. He said, because you listen to the lyrics, and it's what soul singers used to sing about years ago. Falling in love, boy meets girl, there's no violence, there's
it's
no
real,
shooting.
isn't it? It's about real things.
And I started listening to, like, Gloriana and bands like that, Lady Autobahn, you know, and all these sort of people. I'm going, wow. Kathleen
and it's
Rose.
a bit like Chuck Berry. I mean, he gave me a fantastic Chuck Berry T-shirt today, which I'm very thankful for. And Chuck Berry was a great lyricist, wasn't he?
I think he's the American poet. I mean, people talk about Dylan, but if you talk about life in the 50s in America, you won't beat Chuck Berry. You listen to Chuck Berry lyrics, he's telling you everything that's going on there.
And there's not a wasted word, is there?
Not one wasted word. No. And everyone rhymes, and it's just like life, you know?
Yeah.
Maybelline and, you know, everything, you know?
But that's what I'm saying about today's music. There doesn't seem to be those kind of poets.
Well, I think Sheeran's the closest thing we've got, basically.
But it's just one.
Yeah, I mean, I quite like Sam Smith's voice, and I think he's done some nice little records, you know. But it's hard to find things. You know? I love the Clean Bandit record, you know, that one there.
Yes, we've got that.
I think that's an incredible pop record.
We've got that on our list here.
That's an incredible pop record.
Yeah.
And they're exceptions rather than a rule.
Yeah. No, there are some good pop records.
But the one thing I've noticed about the pop charts lately, it's always somebody and somebody. It's never one artist. You ever notice? It's like Bill
featuring.
Versus, or Bill V.
Yeah.
And I don't quite get what that's all about. Maybe
could it be that they're not good enough artists by
to
themselves?
Make one on their own,
So they need someone else.
Yeah, a bit of somebody else. Yeah.
Or you might have that set of fans, and you might have that set of fans. Justin Bieber's over there.
Justin Bieber's on about 30 records.
Yeah. So then they pull those fans together.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
But. Okay, let's just go back to the old music, the music of the 60s and the 70s, the 50s, and a lot of kids are really getting into it, and vinyl has made a comeback, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's...
And do you think that is because of the lack of creativity that's coming out maybe nowadays?
Yeah.
I mean, because, you know, I'm saying about, okay, there's 1 or 2 artists, okay? Yeah. In those days, there were loads of artists, weren't there?
Yeah, I think, and they sort of had image identity. You know, you saw people. I mean, they were from afar. They were what I call pop stars. You know, great people were pop stars, like Presley. You could look, but you'd never touch. Yeah. And I think that's what we had in those days. We had these. They were up there.
Yeah.
I don't think there's many people up there now. I think they're all sort of here. You know.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference.
And they're too accessible, maybe.
Yeah. And I think with the advent of lots more radio stations coming on air and that, the DJs are getting a little bit more allowed freedom to play what they like. And of course, they're playing some of these old records, and these kids are going, wow, that's pretty good, isn't it? And of course they start going to maybe their parents, grandparents or whatever, going, oh, do you remember that? You know, they go, yeah, I've got that, you know. And of course they start getting really... My daughter's into doo-wop. She loves it, you know.
Yeah. Well, now you come back to doo-wop, and you are actually becoming a DJ once again, aren't you? Just tell us about what you're doing right now.
I'm doing a little show for United DJ Radio, which is set up by a good friend of mine, Tony Prince, the Royal Ruler, ex-Radio Luxembourg. And
I was his first signing to DMC.
Barry was his first signing. So we won't hold that against you.
No. But he's a great guy. He's a great guy. He loves music.
And he's decided to set up a radio station. Basically, so far on board, he's got Mike Reed, DLT, Emperor Roscoe, Graham Dean, Sean Tilly, David Hamilton, various people, and of course me.
Yeah.
And he asked me, he said, "Would you like to do a little doo-wop show, Tills?" And I said, "I'll give it a whirl."
How much fun is that, eh?
Well, I'm enjoying it. It's hard work, actually, compiling 2-hour show and getting it together. And of course,
that's not work. That's fun for you.
Yeah, but it goes live in March the 1st, so I'll see how it goes then.
I mean, you've got a jukebox at home, haven't you, with actual vinyl?
Oh yeah.
With all those original records.
I used to have loads of jukeboxes. I've only got one now, mate. Yeah. 1959 Rockola Tempo.
So what? You could just be talking about the records, then just press the button and play the record.
I wish it was as easy as that on radio, Barry. You know it's not, don't you? Yeah. It's a bit more technical, so I've got a little bit of help from my son, but I've already pre-recorded 2 shows, and I sent one down to Tony, and he liked it. So maybe I might have a new career.
What's the name of the station again? It's going to be an
United DJ. United DJ Radio.
It's online, isn't it?
Totally online. Yeah. Starts in March.
And your name on it is going to be
Chantilly. That's what I used to be called when I first started DJing, after the famous Chantilly lace and a pretty face. Yeah, that's it. Well, I'm right back where I started from, as I say.
The great thing about spending any time in your company is it's always entertaining, and you always learn something. I've always learned something from you, especially about like Bill Haley's guitar player, you know, things like that,
Beecher, mate.
Which I would never have noticed until you pointed it out. But how brilliant he was! But it's always great. So please do keep coming to Pattaya, and do keep coming and entertaining us. And it's been great having you on the show,
Barry. Thank you very much. I've enjoyed it. Peace and love.
Tilly Rutherford. Hey.